we speak to ourselves is internally. It comes from how we were raised. It comes from the environment we were raised in. You had people that have not spoken into your self-esteem. Hi guys, hope you guys are doing well. Hi, if you're new to this channel, hi. Welcome to my channel. My name is Anne, and I hope you do subscribe to come and join the tribe. We do have fun and we talk about life and all those interesting stuff on this channel. Today I'm going to talk about why you should stop sabotaging yourself and then just go after your dreams. Okay? Sometimes you might have tried something in the past that didn't work out, and then you get another opportunity to give it a try, and then you are like, oh my god, I tried it didn't work out, and no, I'm not just going to do it, I'm a failure and all of that. And then you have to realize that it's true, you failed at something in the past, but then that do not need to define your future. Okay, you failed at it, fine, but then it didn't stop you from giving it a try again. So still go after your dreams. It does not really matter how many times you failed. We've heard about so many stories about people that have invented great things today that started out by failing and doing that same thing. So, the fact that you failed at it does not mean, you cannot go after that dream that you have. The fact that you failed at relationships doesn't mean that you cannot give it a try again. Keep trying, because I believe that whenever you fail at something, it presents you the opportunity to learn. So you might have learned one or two things from that failure. Take it along and move on to the next. Just go after that dream. Just keep going. The next thing that I think makes us self-sabotage is, the way we speak to ourselves. And most of the time, how we speak to ourselves comes from how we were raised. It comes from the environment we were raised in. You had people that have not spoken into your self-esteem. You've had people that have seen only the bad in you. You've had people that have brought you down. They've told you were a failure. They've told you like you are not good enough. They told you you cannot go after your dreams. They told you, you cannot just go beyond a certain point. And these have become words that sit in your spirit. These have become words that you identify with. These have become words that you believe. So because of that, you cannot just go beyond that, because these words have made you a prisoner. So each and every time you just want to go after your dreams, you remember these words that people have sold into your life. Because one thing you need to realize is everything anyone says to you becomes a seed in your life. It only becomes a seed when you accept these words as truth. So if by now those words that people said to you 10 years ago, because one fascinating thing about words is the fact that it can sit in your spirit for years. It can shape how you see yourself in the mirror. And I'm one person that was an example of it. After I got this car and people continually kept telling me that, I'm not beautiful and all of that, at a point in my life, it became my reality. It became something that I believed in. There were words that constantly, when I looked in the mirror, it just reflects back to me. And these words became bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger in my mind. You understand? So this is the amazing thing about words. That is why you have to be careful what you allow into your space. You have to be careful of the people you allow to speak into your life. And then you have to get to the point where you don't allow things to enter into your spirit. You don't allow words that do not align with the word of God. So first of all, you need to know the word of God for yourself. You need to know this is what God says about me. And because these are what he said about me, Any words that do not agree with it, I am not allowing it to sit in my spirit. And most of the time, these people that sowed these words into your life never even get to realize the damage that they did to you. One other ways to stop self-sabotaging is to, build a very healthy self-talk. So many of us are not used to speaking kindly to ourselves. So many of us are not used to being loving with ourselves, but then we are kind and loving towards others. The same kindness you extend to other people, learn to extend it to yourself. Because when you have an amount of kindness with yourself, you can extend grace to yourself when you feel at something. So learn to speak positively into yourself. That is one of the ways to combat the negative words that people have sowed into your life. You speak positively into yourself. You speak kindly to yourself. So you need to build that, you need to build that system. I think it's a system. So it's not a one-day thing. It's something that you have to constantly be saying, because in this social world where everyone is throwing everything else at you, most of the time you can get lost in what everyone else is saying other than what you're saying to yourself. So write some affirmations, keep on saying it daily. The first time you say an affirmation to yourself, a healthy one, like I'm telling you, it wouldn't feel real. Like it happened to me too. I have an affirmation here. It happened to me too. The first time I said it over my life, it did not seem real. So I'm just going to tell you, like, base your affirmation from the word of God, because the word of God is true and it's something that is forever. The word of God is forever. So base your affirmations on them. And one other thing you need to do is you need to constantly remind yourself of the things that you've done right, of the things that you've done well. Because most of the things that are the root cause of self-sabotage is you thinking back to all the things that you failed at. But then you also need to remind yourself of the things that you've excelled at. That's one of the things that will motivate you to go after your dreams. That's one of the things that will motivate you to just give it a try another time. That's one of the things that will motivate you to give it a try again. It doesn't matter if it didn't work the other time. You still want to give it a try. You understand? You will be forever regretful of you not giving yourself the chance, of you not living enough, of you not going after your dreams. You will be forever regretful. You will be so resentful about it. So for that not to happen, give it a try. For that not to happen, do it again. For that not to happen, go after those goals. So one of the reasons that I've realized is the root cause of self-sabotaging is lack of self-esteem. And most of the time it's feeling like you are worthless. You don't deserve success. You don't just deserve anything good. And this can be rooted in so many things. It can be rooted in several things that we cannot talk about in this video. But then I think one other things that you need to do is to set meaningful goals. Because sometimes there is a problem with the goal that you've set. You understand? So you need to set meaningful goals and then put out action plans, actionable plans. Because it's not enough for you to set goals without you having the plans to be able to achieve those goals. So set meaningful goals, do goals that align with your strengths, goals that push you to where you want to be, and then put in the steps to achieving those goals. So that is one thing I think will help you. Then one other thing is you need to know your strengths and then be clear about them. Because just like I mentioned in the former point, most of the time your mind begins self-sabotaging when you've had a roller coaster of failure after failure after failure after failure, and then it's easy for you to self-sabotage because your mind will quickly go to the time you failed at something. But then When you have your strengths and you know, okay, this, I can work with this, I can work with this to get to my goals, it kind of like helps you a great amount of time. Then one other thing you need to realize is sometimes when you're going after your goals, you need to stop overthinking. Don't overthink. Personally, I'm an overthinker. I think into the details of every situation. My mind keep running, like it keeps running. But then you have to stop overthinking every single thing. Like you have to stop overthinking every single details and then just go after the goals that you've set for yourself. One of the things for you to know to stop sabotaging yourself is to be aware of yourself, like to practice self-awareness. Because when you're so aware of yourself, how you operate, it's like I told you, I'm a very, overthinking person. I'm an overthinker. When you're aware of yourself, you're able to kind of like stop yourself before your mind starts getting out of hand. You understand? So when you are able to be self-aware and then you practice mindfulness, you're able to stop your mind before it starts getting like, outside and it starts thinking about all the things that impede you going after those goals. You need to be everything good to yourself because you have you. And for you to go after your goals, you need to know you are the one person that you need to cheer for. You need to be your own cheerleader because it's quite easy for you to expect of other people to cheer you on. But then if you yourself, you're not already cheering yourself on and you're not already believing in those goals that you're going after, you don't already believe in those dreams that you have, you don't expect other people to come on and support you. One other thing I also wanted to talk about is for you to make small changes. Sometimes you want to make very, very big changes to get into the place that you want to get to. But then most of the time, it just never happens. Okay. So just start with making small changes, something small about how you talk to yourself. Just like I spoke about, something small about how you talk to yourself, something small about achieving, one small goal today. Something small, just make smaller changes, and then over time you'll get the momentum to clearly go after your goal, to clearly go after your dreams. Because you know why? It has, before you start self-sabotaging, it's something that you've done for a very long period of time, so you are stuck in that cycle. You keep doing it and you sabotage yourself and you don't achieve your dreams. Something else comes up and then you sabotage yourself and then you sit in your dreams. That is just a cycle. And for you to get out of a cycle, sometimes aside from identify that this is the problem, it's not possible to just make a very huge change from the beginning. So you start making smaller changes. The last thing I want to talk about is work with a therapist. I don't know, therapy is something that so many people hate to hear. Like the moment you mention therapy, people are like, you think I'm crazy? No, I'm not crazy. But no, it's not only crazy people that go for therapy. No, it's not only crazy people that go for therapy. So that's one thing you need to realize. You need to work with a therapist. Because if you constantly find yourself sabotaging your own self, then there is a problem. Sincerely, there is a problem. And it is only the therapist that can help you work to the root of the problem and help you navigate how to heal, help you navigate how to get out of that cycle. You understand? So you need to get to the point where you consider going for therapy, working with a licensed therapist to help you to stop self-sabotaging. It's not going to happen overnight. It's going to take some time, but then you have to be ready to be present for the sake of the future that you want for yourself. Please work on this. Okay guys, I hope you did find value in this video. If you did, kindly like, subscribe, share with someone and leave your comments. below on something that you learned from this video. So we are done for today, and then I'll see you in my next video. Until next time, I love you.